Good day, everybody. Rob here at WesternPacificWeather.com. It is currently the 2nd of January, 2011. So, welcome in the new year, everybody. Hope everybody had a great New Year's. Actually, I spent mine up there in Tokyo, right up in here on New Year's Eve. Definitely an event I will remember. Probably will not be doing it again, though, because that was a pretty crazy time, though. But very active down in the southern hemisphere today as we get into the new year and definitely in winter. Very warm temperatures down there. So, we're going to talk a little bit about that here in a minute. But doesn't it take away from the weather actually happening up here in the northern hemisphere, specifically the western Pacific, up throughout this entire region, having a north wall effect going down in here, basically a cold surge throughout this entire region. And you can tell actually this happening by all this open cell cumulus high pressure interaction rate in here, and also these strong northerly winds throughout this entire region. So seeing very high winds over the Ryukyu Islands all the way down towards Taiwan here, and even as this goes farther south, it's interacting with the equatorial low, making a lot of convection here over the Philippines and into the South China Sea. So very active area down in here and very strong winds throughout this northern part up in here, as you can see on the surface chart here. First, from KMA here, as you can see, there's actually areas of precipitation throughout the Ryukyu Islands, basically due to that northerly wind. It's actually moving over the islands here, kind of building a little instability as it moves over the island and starts to warm this cooler air. So, and also seeing this on the western side of the Japanese Alps here, a lot of orographic lifting up in here, and even all the way up to Hokkaido, actually seeing a lake effect type snow over coming off of the Kamchatka here over the Sea of Ashtok, and definitely seeing some precipitation in the form of snow showers along the northern islands up there. But no, I don't really have any viewers up in that region. But as you can see, though, if we go over to the Thailand analysis, you can see this high pressure coming in from the north, and that's what all this tight gradient is, interacting with the equatorial low way down here. But basically that Siberian high at its peak right now, so really very strong, much cooler temperatures all the way through the Korean Peninsula, all the way down through most of China, actually seeing snow showers very far south right now, and basically strong northerly winds as the air rotates counterclockwise around this high pressure. And moving farther to the south, though, some areas of convection here in the Bay of Bengal, but where all the activity is today is down in the southern hemisphere, where we have 98, 97, and 99 Sierra down right in here. 98 right here off the west coast of Australia was a TCFA issued by JTWC, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center out of Pearl Harbor, but this has soon been cannexed here and is slowly going to go farther towards the south here, much farther south, actually farther about 20 degrees, so it's getting into much cooler temperatures now, so not really expecting any further development out of this as it moves out in this direction. Out of all these three of these, though, definitely this one out here, 97 Sierra, is the one that definitely has the potential for development rate, about 5 to 10 knots of wind shear, as shown right up in here on this wind shear analysis chart. But the good news is very far away from any land, and even in the long run doesn't look like it'd have any interaction before it starts to slowly move towards the south and gets cooked up with the dominant westerlies down here, basically the roaring 40s farther down towards the south here. Also noting a very low wind shear still in the vicinity of that leftover TCFA rate in here, but as already noted, though, it's going to be slowly moving towards the southwest here and will get wrapped up in much cooler temperatures. Otherwise, though, throughout this entire region up in here, basically from about Cairns all the way over towards Darwin, definitely need to continue to watch this entire region up in here because very warm temperatures, moderate vertical wind shear at this time. That's why you don't really see very much organization right in here. But it still does not take too much to set this convection off. So once that vertical wind shear does start to decrease, I would expect to see another invest in this entire region, probably by the mid part of this week, very possible throughout here. A lot of the models are just kicking them off here. None of them are very consistent on the same potential in one, but all of them do have basically storms developing in this region and moving out towards the west. And another chart I actually like to use is the vorticity chart, showing still some green up in this region as well, just basically north of Darwin right in here. Once it starts getting the red, you'll also see that more of that convection pop up as well. But really you can see this fair area over in here, or basically 97 Sierra up in this region, also still has a lot of red around it, and the leftovers from 98 Sierra there. So if you want to look at any of these charts, actually go to SIMS, that's CIMSS. Just plug that into Google. You'll be able to find these charts very easily. Very useful as forecasting tropical weather out here. But that is all for today, everybody. Thank you once again for listening to WestPacificWeather.com. If you have any great New Year's stories or anything about the weather out there recently, please let me know. You can post always here on the comment box towards the right or in the forum. And the same thing with if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions. Also looking for some more volunteers if anybody wants to contribute to WesternPacificWeather.com. And as far as these updates or the actual site itself, feel free to write me and I'll get some information on you here because next tropical season, possibly a very active one, and we'll need a little bit of extra hands around on the site here. So hope everybody has a great day, and thank you for listening. Bye.